What is going on, guys? This is Ben here, bringing another Yu-Gi-Oh video. I have been procrastinating making this deck profile video for so long. You guys know I've been playing Thunder Dragons for a while here, and I don't know, I feel like I just put it off for far too long. It's the Thunder Dragon Danger / Chaos variant here. This deck is very, very consistent. It is very, very powerful. It can play through so many things. It's kind of like Arch Nemesis is Droll, but other than that, you have a very good matchup and it can make some crazy boards. So this one's the variant that does not run Sekka's Light. We'll get into this one a little bit later, but basically it kind of slims down the Thunder Dragon lineup for that, but you add a lot of consistency with some of your other stuff. So we have two Thunder Dragon Darks here. That's kind of like the main change. This actually is, shout out to the guy that got top 4 at this recent UDS here. That's like a very competitive tournament. This is actually like his build right here, and I've been testing with it, and it's actually incredibly consistent. So I like this a lot better than the Sekka's Light, and I feel like it's just overall, it gets you to one of your best cards in your deck a lot easier. So only 2 of each of these Thunder Dragons. We actually do not play the regular Thunder Dragon at all, which is a little different, but I feel like with the Sekka's build you can play him, but for right now you actually don't really need him, which is fine. And then Hawk is probably one of the best ones in the deck too. So then we play the one Thunder Dragon duo. So that's really it for the Thunder Dragons. It's very small, but they're really good used as that engine, and just mainly you're kind of just trying to get your stuff in the graveyard and just extend your plays there. Now we're getting into like kind of like the Chaos variant. We're running 3 of the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. I think this is probably the best card in the deck. If you can get a lot of stuff in your graveyard, this is so versatile. Most of the time you're using the effect to banish 3 darks to shuffle 1 card in their hand to the deck, and it is just amazing. So then sometimes you do use the destroy effect, but not often. And then the other thing is you never really banish all lights to special summon. It may come up, but more often than not, you do not. So this card is just amazing. It's level 8 to get you to your Zombie Stein and everything, and if you need to, it's kind of weird to do with Summon Sorceress, but sometimes it does happen. But very good card. Then we have 3 of the White Dragon Wivebuster. This guy's really awesome. He's like basically your combo piece. It's like with the Guard Dragons as well, along with the 2 Black Dragon Clap Serpent. If you don't know what these do, you just banish a light or dark opposite of their attribute. So the White Dragon Buster banishes a dark to special him out. And then when he leaves the field, you search another. You search the Black Dragon. And then when Black Dragon leaves the field, you search the Light Dragon there. So you can only summon these each once per turn, but still, like, it's just good to have stuff in your hand because you guys know you're running dangers and everything. So very good. And then the Eclipse Wyvern just helps you get to your Levianeer faster, or really sometimes it doesn't come up too often, but sometimes even to these guys. But that's it for well, I guess we have Diabolos as well. This is the other guy that allows you to basically destroy your opponent's hand, shuffles a card, or they decide which one goes back to the top or bottom of their deck, but they start off with, what is it, 4 cards if you're going first, which is really awesome. And then if you tribute a Dark Thunder Dragon, you get to bring out a Colossus. You bring out Colossus and then he comes out. And he's level 8, you overlay him in, so he's very awesome. Now, the Danger lineup, we have 3 of the Tsuchinoko, 3 of the Nessie, and then 3 of the Jackalope. So these are pretty pricey here, but they're so good. These are obviously the best ones. You usually are always going to get a summon out of them. Nessie, you can just search another one. This one's a little bit of a change. It's 3 Danger Mothman. You could actually, like, the person that topped the UDS was running a Bigfoot, but I don't have a Bigfoot, and Bigfoot's a little interesting too because that's a level 8 dark monster. So I think the Ogopogo one is also a level 8 danger dark monster, so you could maybe throw him in there too. If you have a bunch of dangers, you'd special another one out. So I don't know. You could run Ogopogo or whatever other danger you have, if it's Dogman or anything. So just a bunch of dangers because you just want to see them at all times. And then we have the Phantom Sky Blaster, 3 of him. He just starts basically when you get another monster on board. You can pretty much do a lot of things right there. We have Batterman Solar, very good with him. And then we have, this is the change to not running Sekka's Light because these cards are really good. You run Allure Darkness. You usually always have a dark monster in your hand, and it's even better when you can banish the Dragon Dark or the Thunder Dragon Roar. And it just, I don't know, I feel like it adds the better consistency than Sekka's, because Sekka's, yes, you can draw like 2 cards with this and then shuffle another one, reveal like a dead card in your hand or something. But with this, you can activate this more than once per turn. And a lot of times you'd always draw into like another Sekka's with like all of the Sarujas and stuff. So it's nice having that little change there. And then this is the other card that adds a lot of consistency too, which is Melody of Awakening Dragon. This card, you discard a card and you add up to 2 of your Chaos Dragon Levineers because they're 3,000 attack, 0 defense. This one just needs 3,000 attack or 25 or less defense. So, you get your best card in your hand, which you want to get into your hand, and it just helps you get there, and I love it. So, and then the other one, it allows you to run Gold Sark, which is amazing. Pretty much starts a lot of things for you too. So, that's the main deck. It's 40 cards. Like I said, the guy that made the UDS build was crazy, and I can see why he got top 4, because it adds, like, those cards right there add so much consistency as opposed to running like the Sekka's Light build, where instead of those like other spell cards, you'd probably run like a lineup of like this in your deck, which it's still good. It just really depends on your preference. I personally like seeing this guy more because I feel like when you see him and have him in hand, you are in a pretty good spot. So that's the main deck. Then we run the 3 Thunder Dragon Colossus, very good against like Sky Striker. It's not the greatest against Salamangreat. It's just overall good against like random stuff that always search, like the Guru decks and everything. But Guru has an interesting match where they can flip this down so they can search. But if you have 2 of them, pretty hard. Plus you have negates usually if you make the full board. And then we have for the Link 4s, we have Saruja. We have 2 of him. Then we have for the Link 3s, we have the Nightmare Phoenix and the Summon Sorceress. So I actually would be playing Borreload, but I don't currently have a Borreload right now, so yeah, that's that. But Summon Sorceress you go to like every single game. Link 2s, we have Nightmare Phoenix. Sorry if it's getting out of the way there. We have the Reproducus. This gets you into your Summon Sorceress. And then we have the Guard Dragon Agra Pain and the Guard Dragon LP and Link Spider. So that's kind of it for the Link monsters. Like I said, a Borreload would be in here if I had it. So instead, we have the Zombie Stein, which is your level 8 guy, which negates a face-up card, and very, very good. Plus it has 4,500 attack if you do need that. And this is why usually you just run one of these, but since I don't have Borreload, it's like whatever one would be the better matchup. Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, very good. It's another like negate on the field, but Crystal Wing negates like any monster effect, so it can negate like Destrudo or anything. So it's kind of like pick your poison, and since I don't have the Borreload, it's like depending on the matchup I'm playing, I might want to go into this or this, so that's why I have it in there. But that's it for the extra deck. I'm going to show you guys the combo as well. The side, if you care about it, I mean, it's really up to you, but what I find at like my locals and stuff, there's like a lot of Salamangreats, a lot of Azathoth decks. Well, not a lot, but some people are running the Azathoth decks, and then Sky Strikers and stuff. So we have Gameciel. It can be good versus the Salamangreats. It's mainly for like if they have the Azathoths or the Pendulum when they make that DDD guy. Red Reboot, that's for like Altergeist, and Salamangreat can be good against. Or just any really basic trap deck as well, because if they flip Summon Limit on you too, it kind of sucks. And that is a tough card to get out. And then we have the Sphere Mode, mainly for Thunder Dragons. Or anything that makes a huge board. We have Dankos, same thought of just stopping the back row decks, Striker and all that stuff. Prankertops, we have 3 of him because just very good card. I love being able to special it. Gets the like the Azathoth decks. The thing is, a lot of them sometimes are making Decode Talker now to make sure their Azathoth goes through, so they can negate it. That's where the Kaijus come in, and then even with that's Twin Twisters as well. So really, I just don't like the Azathoth deck a lot. Well, this helps for Sky Striker and the, Salamangreat matchup as well, or any back row deck, really. But I just don't like facing the Azathoth deck, so that's why the side is kind of geared more towards that, because, like, you just can't play. Because it negates every single effect you have, really, and you just kind of have to, like, alright, pass turn. But that's it for the main and the extra and the side. Let me know your thoughts on that. It's a really crazy build. For the combo, I guess I could just show you it here. All right, so basically I just want to show you guys the 2-card combo here, which is like insane with the amount of cards and the board you can build just off these 2 cards. Keep in mind, we run Dangers, we run so many other like cards to draw, and there's so many other ways in this deck to get to this end of board here. But with just these 2 cards, you can get there. And like I said, there's so many other ways, but basically how this would work, I just want to show you guys the main combo. Think of these as the extra monster zones. We're going to normal summon a Batteryman Solar. We're going to use Batteryman Solar effect to send a Thunder Dragon Roar to the graveyard. So from there, since we have that Wyver Buster in hand, we are going to use his effect. Well, it's not an effect. It's summon. You banish your Dragon Roar. You special summon your Wyver Buster. Make sure you put it into like the middle arrow Just thinking ahead, like a summon source arrow that could point to him. And then we're going to use Roar Effect, and that would summon out our Thunder Dragon Dark there. So now that triggers Batteryman Solar's effect to special summon a token, which we'll just use this as a token right here. So from this point, you have options, but we already have 4 cards. If you wanted to, you could go into Saruja. But for here, we are going to actually go and link these two, our Dark and our token there. Link those into a Reproducus. And then we're going to use Thunder Dragon Dark effect in the grave. Think of this as my graveyard over here. I know my Zoins are a little weird, but we're going to actually add the Thunder Dragon Duo. You could add the Thunder Dragon Hawk if you wanted. Keep in mind we're just doing this because we have the 2-card combo in our hand, but think of it like this. If you don't really have a lot of ways to banish stuff in your graveyard, it's usually better to add Thunder Dragon Duo, plus it's a level 8 to get you into your Zombie Stein and everything. So from this, we go Reproducus to target Batteryman Solar to call to make him Dinosaur. And this allows us to go into our Link 3, which is going to be our Summon Sorceress. And then keep in mind we have that arrow pointing there. So now we can go Summon Sorceress to target our Wyvern Buster. And that'll allow us to special summon our Dragon, which is going to be our... Where is he? There he is. Our Eclipse Wyvern. So now, from this point, it's very... it's kind of like, what do you want to do here? So you want to be able to get like 1 more monster on board to do this combo effectively, and you have a way to do that to get a dragon on board. But like, say you had like a danger or anything, you'd want to summon them before you go into your guard dragons, because guard dragons lock you into only specially summoned dragon monsters. So if you have anything else like a special summon to get you another monster on board, you do it now before you proceed. But since say we only had those 2 cards in our hand, we're like, all right, we have to use our white dragon as link material for LP here. So we send him to the graveyard, LP comes out, and then we use Wyvern Buster in grave effect, or is his effect when he sends from the field to the grave, to add the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent to hand. So very good there. So now we need another monster on board to like meet the requirement for the guard dragons to have 2 link arrows pointing to the same zone. So we're going to banish whatever dark monster you want. It's going to be our Thunder Dragon Dark, and we're going to special summon out that Collapse Serpent. So then from here, we're going to use Collapse Serpent, and we can special summon him because he's a dragon with Summon Sorceress to bring out our Saruja the Skull Dread. So Saruja, you can use 2 materials, you can use 3, you can use 4, as long as it equals link 4. But since we only use 2, we only get his effect where if a monster is special summoned to a zone he points to, they gain 200. But keep in mind that also triggers our Collapse Serpent in the grave, and that allows us to add another Wyvern Buster, which you always want to have just like extra cards in your hand. I think I said this later because of like the dangers and everything, so we'd add that Wyvern Buster to a hand, but we can't summon this Wyvern Buster because we already summoned one before. But now we have this board here, and we have 2 cards in our hand. We added this off of Dark, this off the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. We're going to use LP's effect to summon a dragon monster from the deck, and that is going to be Diabolos. Now if you have another dark monster on your field, which a lot of times you will, maybe it's like a random danger or whatever, you could use Diabolos effect to shuffle this back, or to destroy it, to tribute this and shuffle, have them basically place a card on the top or bottom of their deck, whatever they choose. So that's 1 card out of their hand right there. So then now from here we're going to link 2 into the other guard dragon. So let's send these to the grave. I want to make sure you guys are able to see the grave, but we go into Agropane. And then we use Eclipse Wyvern effect when he's sent from the field to the grave to banish a dragon, and then if he's banished, you add him back. So we're going to send the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So from here, we're going to use Agropane's effect, which allows us to special summon a dragon monster from the extra deck to a zone that 2 link arrows point to. So you could either summon Crystal Wing or Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, whatever one you want. So we'll just place them like that. You get to choose. So pretty good here. So now, if you had another monster on board, you could go into a link 4 with Saruja and get that draw 4 power. But from here, we only have a way to get to link 4 again. So you'd count Agropane as link 2, you do LP as link 1, and Skull Dread as link 1 for a link 4 play. So you go from this into your other Saruja the Skull Dread. If this link zone is open, or this extra monster zone is open, you put them over here so you have more zones to work with. So now, this is where it really comes interesting. So you're going to use your Thunder Dragon Duo effect. Well, that's not an effect, just the way to summon him. You're going to banish that Eclipse Wyvern, and let's say we'll banish our Summon Source, because you don't want anyone to maybe like Monster Reborn that or anything. And then you're going to bring out your Thunder Dragon Duo. It doesn't really matter where you bring it, and then you're going to add your Chaos Dragon Levianeer to hand. So from there, you're going to banish. You don't have enough lights in the grave, so you're just going to banish 3 darks. So you're going to banish the Guard Dragon, LP and all them, and your Collapse Circus. So you're going to banish the last 2 Guard Dragons and the Collapse Serpent, sorry. And then you're going to bring out your Chaos Dragon Levianeer. It doesn't really matter which zone you point it to, so it's whatever, but you use Chaos Dragon Levianeer effect. Because you banish all dark, they're going to shuffle a monster into their graveyard, or from their hand to the deck. Now, if you had another Thunder Dragon in grave, you could try and banish all light to put them in his zone here to get another Colossus. But for this purpose, this is what we have. So now I don't really know where my camera cut out, but basically, like, if you ended off with your board like this, that's not bad. You'd have 2 negates, and you could extend further. But if you had activated a Thunder Dragon monster in hand previously, in the turn, whether you had, like, your Thunder Dragon Hawk, wherever I put it, yeah, if you had like your Thunder Dragon Hawk in hand after digging so much, a lot of times that's going to happen. So let's just say this was not your ending board and you activated a Thunder Dragon monster in hand already, or you just still have that Thunder Dragon Hawk. So from here, you're going to use your Thunder Dragon Hawk. You're going to add back one of your banished Thunder Dragons, well, not add back, you're going to special summon one of your added Thunder Dragon. Now you meet the requirement for being able to contact fusion with your Thunder Dragon Colossus. So from this, there's plays you can do, but first let's just say we're going to contact fuse our Thunder Dragon Roar, or our Thunder Dragon Dark, into a Colossus. You're going to special summon your Colossus on the far right arrow that you can, because you want to put them in defense and you still want to have these zones to work with. And now that triggers off your Diabolos effect, because he's in the graveyard, a dark monster was tributed, triggers him after. So now we have Diabolos. If you didn't use Diabolos effect to like shuffle a card back in their hand, you can do that, but the better play is if you got to this point, is you're going to overlay these 2, and you're going to go into your Zombie Stein. Now, you still have a Thunder monster on board, so you're going to tribute him, your Thunder Dragon Duo, into another Colossus. So, this would be your ending board if you activated a Thunder monster in hand and you kind of like started the same way, or got to this point the same way somehow, which is very doable because all of the drawing cards you have, which is like those Allure Darkness, you sometimes don't even need to use that Eclipse Wyvern effect, because you already have like the Chaos Dragon Levianeer in hand, which is nice. Just be able to get to your boards faster. You also can probably have a better way to get more draws with Saruja and fix your hand, like say you ended up drawing an Eclipse Wyvern or Diabolos. So there's so many ways to extend and get better value off the Saruja Skulljar than I just showed you with this combo. But now that you know like the main way to get to this point, basically the other cards just help you get there, and help you get there maybe in a different way or faster, or they help you fix your bad hands, or still plays that you can do. So this is the board you should try and work with. I wanted to make sure like everyone maybe knew what the deck did, because there's a lot of combos and steps that go with it that can be acquired, like going different ways about it, but that was like one of the main ones with the Guard Dragon. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know your thoughts on the deck. Do you like it? Do you not? I just love it because of the Chaos Dragons and the Thunder Dragons. I may be getting rid of this though, because I have been playing it for so long and I kind of want to pick up something else, but we'll have to wait and see. But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.